So I'm sure that John is sick of me already, but man, he's been really great to help haul vehicles for the Oregon Fire Service Museum. We get 2 of them today, which is going to be awesome. We have 2 Ford products. A Mercury Sable, which might be the coolest Mercury Sable I think maybe I've ever seen, with all the stripes on it. And then this Ford Expedition, including a light bar. So yeah, those are getting hauled back today. This one sounds like it's got maybe a little bit of a power steering line, like a lot of Ford products from this era. I guess the power steering's not that deep.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it also hasn't ran in a while, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's really clean. As I get a great view of Bill's butt. Bill, welcome to Firefighter Yoga.
Yeah.
Remember?
There, e-brake is set.
Namaste. This thing is insanely clean.
So, yeah, we're about...
See if this door's open. Oh yeah. Okay, so it needs a little bit of cleaning there. That's super minor. Tires look a little old.
Benton County Assessor.
Yep. Having fun yet?
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, this was taxing.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right. So they did just remove a bunch of equipment, but yeah, there's lighting control in there.
Oh,
Who wants to play with it?
I mean, who doesn't?
Hashtag for problems.
Just for the
Chief.
battalion chief.
No, this is actually out at the Blue Den station as the rescue.
The rescue.
So the quick response vehicle.
Yeah,
with
okay.
medicals rather than taking the big engine.
Right.
Okay, how many miles are on it?
And it was the chief's vehicle at one time. Key's got to be on to.
I mean, it's on.
I think it might have to be running.
They might also have disconnected it down below.
Yeah, so I don't want to put off the siren because, you know, we're at a fire station. Yeah, maybe you can play with make the pretty lights work.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's my reaction when I go to these things too. I don't know.
It's like there's no power to it.
Give us a guess.
Yeah, it's got a mess.
Exhaust leak.
Definitely got a mess.
Yeah, it's fine. It also has a check engine light on.
These Triton V54s are great engines until they're not.
Well, I get to drive it home. What could possibly go wrong?
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm gonna do 2 things. Does this and it goes back up? That's good. And do we have air conditioning?
It sounds like I heard the compressor kick in. So.
Yeah, I can feel the engine not running nearly as well, but we have AC. Woo! I'm a fancy pants.
I'm a pants too. No worries.
Good thing I have a premium sound. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna get going here. This is one of the most undramatic drives home, I guess. It's got a little bit of a miss. It's got less than a quarter tank of fuel, but I got working air conditioning, and it's like 8:30 in the morning, and it is already just ungodly hot here for being in Oregon. But yeah, I got the titles of the rigs. Let's go. Okay, so the brakes work. Just did a little brake test, and okay, the engine does not run smoothly. Like, engine doesn't run smoothly. I mean, we're getting up to 45 miles an hour, but it's been sitting for a little bit, so there's all sorts of okay, yep. Check engine light is flashing. Yeah, we got a pretty good misfire going on here. Check engine light is no longer flashing. So just gotta do very, very ginger on the throttle. Another little bit of a grade coming up here. I got a semi truck behind me. I'm in a publicly owned vehicle that's not running so well. I think we'll make it. I hope. Where are my hazards? Check engine light is flashing away. At least the car's not violently shaking like it was. So it's gonna need a little bit of work. And I was just talking with a buddy at church that he just got an 08 Navigator that has a really similar issue actually. And my cousin Dalton, he's got an 08 F-150, and so even this, I think this one's like a 98 or something like that. They're all the 5.4. So as I've come to find out, with the 5.4, it's either fine or it's not. So I'm gonna do, you know, really basic things like coil pack hasn't gone bad. Apparently coil packs are not really expensive in these things, which is pretty good. And we're going to see if that solves the issue. I also want to poke around with the wiring to see if I can get the light bar to work. Had a little bit of insight from Bill. It said that the person that did the took out the radios because they wanted to keep the radios, that they probably pulled the power to this. It might maybe even just a fuse. So I'm not the world's expert at automotive electronic stuff, but you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. We're also going to play the game called Where Is That Vibration Coming From? So unfortunately, I think it's coming from the engine because the check engine light is flashing at me again. So I was thinking that hopefully it was maybe a tire that just needed, you know, had a little flat spot in it or something like that. But no. It's the engine. All the vitals look good. We got a good oil pressure, got alternator, it's alternating. I mean, it could be bad gas because this thing's been sitting for a bit. Like a third of the way there. This is becoming a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. All right, so we're pretty stable at like 58 miles an hour or whatever is indicated here. I did turn off the air conditioning. That did seem to make a pretty big difference. Man, I mean, this thing's vibrating pretty bad, and I'm really tempted to call John and have him pop this on the trailer and not the Sable, but I mean, I know lots of friends around here just in case I need to, you know, if I need to pull over or whatever. Really, if it's closer to 55, it seems to be happy. So maybe the song, I can't drive 55. Well, maybe it wants me to go 58. And so I'm making the judgment call that we're normally like a 15-minute drive away from my house. I think we'll be okay. Yep, that vibration's definitely coming from the engine. So as long as I, gosh, the moment I crest 60, this thing is just unhappy. Blinkers work, windshield wipers work, and the wiper squirter, which is good because there's a lot of dust on this. But the brakes work. That is particularly important. Okay, now it's coming. Okay, moderate acceleration, light acceleration. Definitely feels that vibration, but there's no one coming up, so we're gonna slowly work our way back up to highway speed. And I am 7 miles away. 40. A lot of vibration. It's starting to get real hot in here. Cruise control works. All right, well, John made it. Hopefully that was undramatic, unlike mine that was, you know, really dramatic. But I made it. You know, we probably should have checked to see how well the Expedition ran versus the Sable.
Did we not do that?
No. We just said, it has a little miss, and I'm like, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. And the Sable fired right up, and I mean, it had enough power to get onto the ramp.
Yeah.
Didn't really have enough power to get up the hill.
It didn't have enough power to get up the hill.
I guess it did have enough power because I eventually made it, but that speedometer was going real slow, and there was a semi truck that was coming up on me really fast.
Was it a log truck?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, so check engine lights flashing, and I'm ready to like go, and then go down. It's no big deal. And then there's another little rise, and then it's going from 60 to 50 to 40, and I'm being very light, and then it goes, and I'm like, oh no. But then it's fine. I set the cruise control.
And then it was fine.
Well, it kept going back and forth between massive amounts of vibration and okay, and then check engine light being on versus check engine light flashing. So
maybe it needs a seafoam tune-up.
I was going to do that, but I was also,
if we're lucky,
I was also afraid of, you know, having something explode, because remember how we talked about the 5.4 is either okay or it's not. So I was really nice to it. I was really nice to it. I have an OBD reader, so I'm going to read the OBD port, and we're going to see what that says. But in the meantime, we're gonna go and see this one, because I'm actually going to, you know, drive this one around the block and park it in front of my house, which is proof that my wife loves me. All right, so the Sable has 111,000 miles. And this thing is in just alarmingly good condition, which is wild. So as John undoes this, I'm just gonna back it off the trailer, and I'm gonna go just on a quick drive around the corner before it gets too hot, and I'm gonna retreat into the air conditioning. This is really clean. So apparently this was like a Lynn County tax assessor or Benton County tax assessor or something like that. Probably not the car that most people want to see. And then it was used for just stuff around the fire station for a while. So it just does not have a lot of miles on it. And this is probably the one I should have driven back. We're gonna find out. It's a very odd sensation.
Good at alerting you that it has a brake
Yes.
issue.
Something like that.
Something brake related is going on.
Yes.
Brake!
I mean,
Doesn't mean that you're supposed to use the brake.
I'm not even sure if that was on all the way, but okay, we're in park.
Huh.
Oh
This
yeah.
one doesn't appear to have any misses, so that's a really good sign.
Well, maybe it has a mystery.
Does the AC work?
Okay, let me see here.
Ooh, I heard it click.
Huh?
Yeah?
I mean, it came on immediately in the Expedition.
Yeah.
This, yep, this is on too. Oh, yep, feel that.
Well, so he said that this had been gone through not even 18 months ago, so
I mean, it's good.
I think it's got a fresh tune-up ski, and you know, all the fluids and
All the skis.
all of the whatnot has been done to the things.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna drive it around the block. So initial assessment is that, I don't know, I think that this looks just so cool. But initial assessment is this does drive better than the Expedition. It has a weird rattle that's coming from the driver's front, maybe like wheel bearing. And the brakes definitely had some rust on it. But otherwise, I probably should have driven this one back instead of the Expedition, because this does run better. There's like one clunk in the transmission, but it hasn't really been driven that much, so it might just be kind of, you know, relearning a couple of things with the programming. Otherwise, this is probably the coolest Mercury Sable that's ever existed. It says P0308, so I'm gonna Google that. The internet stuff's spoken, and it is cylinder number 1. That's, I don't know, might be concerning, who knows. Maybe Jerry doesn't like it. Honey, what do you think?
I think it's cool.
That's what I hear. Noah, do you like riding around in the fire truck on your birthday?